Have you ever watched an anime expecting one thing, only to be completely surprised by how deep and meaningful it turned out to be? That's exactly what happened with Call of the Night for me. When it first aired, I honestly didn't give it much thought. It looked like just another fanservice heavy vampire anime. But recently, Netflix kept recommending it to me, and I finally caved. And this anime is so much more than I expected. Today, I want to break down why Call of the Night isn't just another vampire romance, but a beautifully immersive story about freedom, identity, and the emotions we often ignore until the world around us goes quiet. At first glance, Call of the Night seemed like your standard supernatural romance. Mysterious vampire girl, teenage boy, some teasing, some fan service, you get the picture. But as I kept watching, I realized that this anime isn't about romance in the traditional sense. Instead, it's about something deeper and more personal: the search for meaning, excitement, and connection in a world that feels empty. Ko's journey isn't about just falling in love with a vampire. It's about escaping a life that feels unfulfilling. And honestly, that's a feeling a lot of us can relate to. Ko Yamori is one of the most relatable protagonists I've seen in a while. He's not striving for success, he's not chasing a big dream, he's just lost. He feels like life has nothing exciting to offer him, so he turns to the quiet mystery of the night for something different. He doesn't hate life, but he also doesn't love it. He's just drifting. Then there is Nazuna. At first, she seems like another chaotic, teasing vampire, but the more you watch, the more you realize she is just as lost as Ko. She pretends to be carefree, but there is a loneliness in her that makes her just as much of a wanderer as he is. And the side characters? They all add something important. Akira represents Ko's connection to the real world, to the life he left behind. Mahiru is the guy who seems to have it all figured out, but deep down he is just as conflicted. They are not just background characters, they are mirrors of the different paths Ko could take. But what I found especially interesting were the characters who only appeared in 1 or 2 episodes. Even though they weren't part of the main cast, they still managed to leave an impact. Each of them represents a different emotion or struggle, whether it's loneliness, regret, or the inability to break free from routine. They remind Ko that the night isn't just a playground, it's also a refuge for lost souls looking for something more. And I think that's what makes this anime stand out. Before we move on, if you're enjoying this breakdown and love deep dives into anime like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I've got plenty more anime analysis coming up, and I would love for you to join me on this journey. Now, let's get back to the video. If there is one thing Call of the Night absolutely nailed, is its atmosphere. Every single scene feels immersive, like you're walking the streets at night alongside Ko and Nazuna. The city isn't just a backdrop, it's a character of its own, with neon lights, deep shadows, and this otherworldly feeling that makes the night seem like a world apart from the day. And then there is the music. The soundtrack is perfectly crafted, sometimes eerie, sometimes melancholic, sometimes playful. The opening and ending themes capture the exact feeling of wandering alone at night when the city feels mysterious and alive at the same time. It doesn't just accompany the story, it pulls you into it. It's not just me who found Call of the Night pleasantly surprising. A lot of people initially expected a generic vampire story and walked away with something much deeper. One review I read put it perfectly. This anime makes me want to go outside at night just to feel something different. And I totally get that. It captures the romanticized loneliness of the night, where everything feels different when the world is asleep. Another major highlight people keep bringing up: the way Call of the Night challenges traditional romance anime tropes. It doesn't rush the romance, it doesn't even define it clearly. Instead, it asks, what does it really mean to connect with someone? It's not always about falling in love. Sometimes it's about finding someone who understands what you are feeling, even when you don't fully understand it yourself. So, do I recommend Call of the Night? Absolutely. But not just for the vampire story, or even for the romance. I recommend it because it captures something real. That feeling of being a little lost, of wanting more from life but not quite knowing what that more is. If you have ever found yourself looking up at the night sky and wondering if there is something else out there, this anime will speak to you. It's aesthetically beautiful, emotionally rich, and one of the most unique anime I've watched recently. At the end of the day, Call of the Night isn't just an anime about vampires. It's a story about searching for something that makes you feel alive. It's about freedom, self-discovery, and the quiet magic of the night. I went in expecting a fun distraction, and I walked away reflecting on my own life. On the things that excite me, the things I've been avoiding, and the little moments that make life feel meaningful. And honestly, that's what makes this anime special. So what do you think? Did Call of the Night surprise you too? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for joining me for this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more episodes. See you soon!